diagram below, P is the midpoint of NQ and R is the midpoint of Q. One side of a triangle has given the length of 2a all over 3 plus 4. This is our diagram. They said P is the midpoint of NQ and R is the midpoint of MQ, which means that NP is equals to PQ and then MR is equals to RQ. And they've given us the length of 2a all over 3 plus 4. So question A said find the value of PR in terms of the A. So you're going to say that MN is equals to 2 times RP, or you're going to say RP is equals to half of MN. So you're going to say that, you're going to say like, okay, well, I know that, I know that PR is equals to half of MN. And then the reason will be midpoint theorem. And you're also going to say that PR is equals to half of 2a all over the 3 plus the 4. And you're going to say PR is equals to, you multiply this half by the numbers that are inside the brackets. This half times this number, this half times this number. My answer is 1 over 3a plus the 2. That is my answer. You are now told that PR has a length of 8 and what is the value of A? So the value of A, they have given us that PR has the length of 8. This is our PR. They said it has the length of 8. So we're going to take this number and calculate the value of the A. So you have to remember that the midpoint theorem tells us the segment of MN and PR have a ratio of 2 and 1. So MN is 2 and PR is 1. So have the value of 2 to 1. MN is the twice as long as PR. You gotta remember that in order for you to actually do everything. So this PR is equals to 1 over 3a plus 2. So you're gonna take this one and you're going to say 1 over 3a plus 2 is equals to 8 in order for you to solve this answer for B. And then you're going to say 1 over 3a plus 2 minus 8, or L equals to 0. You're going to say 1 over 3a is equals to 8 minus 2, which will give us 6. 1 over 3a is equals to 6, all divided by 1 over 3. So you're going to say 6 divided by 1 over 3, and it will give you the answer of 18. So the answer of A is 18. So I found my answer of A. So we're moving on. The angles D is equals to 90, 59, and E is equals to 4Q, and ECD is equals to 4Q are given. Determine the value of A in terms of Q. So they said we must determine the value of A in terms of Q. So here is our big triangle that we are told that we must determine the value of Q. We must determine the value of A in terms of Q. First of all, you gotta know that E is the midpoint of DA, and B and C is the midpoint of BD. And then you have to know that CE is parallel to BE, which means that angle A is equals to angle E. So what we are going to do is that we want to determine the value of A in terms of Q, which means that we're going to gonna work out with this small triangle right here. We're gonna first work out with this small triangle in order for us to find this value of A. So you're gonna say sum of angle in a triangle. So you're gonna start with like, okay, well, what should I do? And then you be like, okay, I have to do this first. Then, okay, I'm gonna work up the sum of angle in a triangle, which in case you're gonna say that CDE, angle C plus angle D plus angle E, they're both equals to 180. Sum of angle in a triangle. And they'll be like, okay, what's next? I'm gonna say C is equals to 4Q. 4Q plus D is equals to 59 degrees plus E, which we don't know, which you are looking for, which is equals to 180 degrees. So E will be your X. So E will be like, okay, let's say 4Q plus 59 degrees plus X is equals to 180 degrees. So we want this X. So X is equals to 180 degrees minus 59 degrees minus 4Q. So your E will be equals to, angle E will be equals to 180 degrees minus 59 degrees is going to give you 121 degrees minus 4Q. Because we are done finding the angle of E in terms of Q, which is 121 degrees minus 4Q. And then you're going to say that this angle A is equals to this angle E. And then the result will be corresponding angle. So you're going to say, okay, well, I'm going to say angle DEC, DAC is equals to angle EAB. EAB. The reason will be corresponding angle. Going to be CE is parallel to BA, corresponding angle. And then you're going to say that, which means that angle EAB is equals to 121 degrees minus 4Q. So they want us to find the value of A. So the value of A is equals to 121 degrees minus 4Q. And then you're done with everything. You are now told that ECD has a measure of 72 degrees. Calculate the value of Q. So they told us to calculate the value of Q because this ECD is equals to 72 degrees. So they want us to calculate the value of Q. Our ECD is equals to 72 degrees. So they want us to calculate the value of Q. So you're gonna take this 72 degrees. You can say, oh, 72 degrees is equals to 4Q because you need this Q. You need it. So this 4Q, you're going to say, okay, 4 divided by 4. And then 72 degrees divided by 4. It will give you 18 degrees. So Q is equals to 18 degrees. And then you're done. This is the answer of your B. And then you're done finding the value of Q.